Yes, people, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of MRM Media Review Monday, episode 5, baby. And today, as per guessed by the title, we are talking about one of the most iconic movies, not even movies, movie trilogy or franchises in all of cinema. Yes, we are talking about Star Wars, because at the end of the day, who doesn't like Star Wars? I'm assuming that all of us have watched Star Wars, because if you haven't, what the fuck are you doing? And so, in order to celebrate National Star Wars Day last night, which was May the 4th, so before we begin, May the Force be with you. But I am fresh out of watching Revenge of the Sith, which is, in my personal opinion, the greatest Star Wars movie to ever exist. And I know some of you comments, especially the old guys, will be like, no, Empire Strikes Back. Well, that's kind of the debate we're going to be having today. And to address, I know some of you in the comments will be like, oh, Umar, you're looking so kind of dapper, so fine. Well, in order to address some hot takes about Star Wars and talk about some big topics that may unsettle people, you need to have the most professional, critical analysis that you can find. And moi, I just thought that, why not? Why not put on a dapper suit, make myself look proper professional? Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be looking like joke man who got signed off of LinkedIn. For those who know. Well, without further ado, let's begin. Revenge of the Sith is the most perfect. No, not perfect. Let's hold back. Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars movie. In my opinion, it's very close. And after coming out watching Revenge of the Sith, is it flawed? Yes. Some of the CGI is dodgy. Anakin and Padme, although you really buy their love, it's sometimes a little bit stagnant. The first half is kind of a bore. I would say the first hour, you watch and you're like, nothing really much has really gone on. Count Dooku gets easily chopped off easily. Wait. I'm sorry. For those of you who haven't watched Star Wars and you're still here, I don't know what you're doing. Go hop off this video, go watch Star Wars and come back. Because at the end of the day, I'm just spoiling it for you. What are you doing? But yes, what was I saying? Count Dooku easily got destroyed, but I think that was part of the whole process. And I feel like Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, it is completely flawed. Yes, Anakin and Padme's love Anakin's turn to the dark side could have been portrayed much more, could have been fleshed out more portrayed, especially when you're given a 2.5 hour runtime. And then, some of the CGI is dodgy, especially the whole Palpatine and unlimited power. I think it looks really, really off. But at the end of the day, you watch Anakin's fall to the dark side, even though you know it, especially because at the end of the day, it's a prequel, or you still can't just bite that fact that you would love it. You watch it every single time. I've watched Revenge of the Sith at least 5 times, and every time I walk in thinking, is this the time where George Lucas has finally given us a win and allowed Anakin to have his happy ending? But at the end of the day, no, he doesn't. And also, you have probably one of the greatest fights in all the cinema on the Battle of Mustafar. Because let's be honest, man. Anakin and Obi-Wan's fight is probably the greatest fight. And so all of you old heads saying Empire Strikes Back, listen, yeah? Have I watched it in a long time? Has it been a while since I watched it? Yes. Do I remember most of it? No, not really. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. Revenge of the Sith is the best film. It's got the best plot, the best turn, the best fighting sequence. And who cares? Just watch it. And you know those little film analysis who are they got to cherry pick it bit by bit, and then when they do that and they really analyze into super hard mode, they kind of says, oh, it's got this problem. Well, I don't care, bro. Just enjoy for the fact that it's Star Wars, because at the end of the day, at least it's better than the fucking Disney ass shit, where you got Rise of Skywalker and Rey. Sign up. And then my second hot take is Darth Vader a true villain? Just like how I said, Revenge of the Sith is my perfect and my most favorite film, and it's, in my opinion, the best film. And for those of you in the comments who disagree, maybe once I start learning how to edit, I'll make a proper video and make a proper analysis into the difference between Revenge of the Sith and Empire Strikes Back. But for now, this is what you got. But this little guy right here, Darth Vader, is he a true villain? I don't think so. I think he's more of an anti-broken hero, because at the end of the day, we look at villains. We look at Darth Vader, Homelander, Thanos, Joker, Reverse Flash, and Darkseid even. And we look at the... Don't forget Reverse Flash. And we look at them and we're like, these are proper true villains of cinema. But are they? Like, are they true villains? Because true villains are for villains who just hate for the love of the game. Do they do that? Thanos is kind of broken. He just has one decent motive. Otherwise, doesn't really care much. You could say Joker is a pure villain. Homelander kind of... not even Homelander. Homelander's kind of broken. But Darth Vader, I think, is the most broken out of all. Because at the end of the day, Darth Vader's Anakin Skywalker. And Anakin Skywalker basically was tricked and plotted by Emperor Palpatine to turn to the dark side. Bro, if I see Palpatine here, I'm gonna fucking kill him. Fuck that guy. But yeah, Palpatine tricked him because at the end of the day, Anakin only cared about one thing, Padme. And he didn't want to lose Padme. And the whole idea of him losing Padme was the whole reason why he turned to the dark side. And then when Obi-Wan basically chopped off all of his limbs and left him to burn and rot, he got stuck in that metallic suit. At the end of the day, Anakin's weak in that. Yes, he is the strongest force in all the galaxy, and we see that for the next 20, 30 years. But at the end of the day, he is at his weakest moment. And that suit, if you actually read the comics, has one weakness. It has weakness to electricity, which... little zazaza. That's his strength. So at the end of the day, Palpatine, even when Palpatine tells him that Padme has died, Anakin only sticks with him because that's the only thing he can do. There's nothing much he can do. Nobody can really kill him because he's the most powerful force. And Palpatine basically is like a puppeteer stringing him. And that's what he did at the start as well. Anakin lived a life of being a slave and was basically treated horrible by everyone around him, even though the Jedi, and let's say the Jedi are not perfect at all. The people who say Jedi is the most purest of pure of all goods is just wrong. The Jedi didn't really help him out. You know, they really could have seen the problem. Plus, they didn't really trust him. Yes, but for whatever reason, we can really go into it. But at the end of the day, the Jedi didn't trust him. And because of that, Anakin started to feel doubts. And there were doubts, because the Jedi were asking him to spy on the Chancellor, even though they were right. But because of the layers that were cracking the Jedi Code and the Jedi Foundation, it then led to Anakin realizing, like, I need to save Padme, what do I do? So that's why he turned to the dark side. And yes, am I saying that he is... It was not his fault? No, obviously. He killed younglings on his own accord, and he committed whatever atrocities he did for the next 20, 30 years until he died. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, I don't think he's a proper true villain. I think he's more of just a broken person who's basically just being forced and has nothing left to live on, especially when Padme dies. But at the end of the day, that's the video, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my 2 hot takes. If you guys like my hot takes, if you don't, I don't give a shit. Just tell me in the comments. The only thing I like is tell me how dapper I look. But yeah, if not, just watch out for the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Because low-key, I need them. You better subscribe, yeah? Peace.